Set goals. Money doesn't grow on trees, so the game of money requires a lot of work. It's essential that you have a clear life plan in place before starting your Millionaire Challenge. If you truly want this, you must learn how to make it happen rather than just wishing it were so. Make sure your plan for making your millions is doable and realistic. Use your abilities, knowledge, and goals to guide you. Consider your preferred retirement age when establishing your income goals. As a result of relying on their pension, which at the very least pays for living expenses, the majority of retirees are referred to as pensioners. Of course, you aspire to a millionaire's lifestyle. It takes a sizable pension and a number of other passive income streams from capital assets that are earned each month to reach this level of income without working. Before you retire, set an income goal that won't require you to work anymore if you want to truly enjoy life after work. Whatever it is, choose one and stick to it, because everyone's will be different. Because you've accomplished your goal, you might discover that you can retire at 58 rather than 70 as planned. Your investment portfolio will have transformed into your income portfolio by the time you stop working. Budget every month. You'll be in good shape for the rest of your life if you start using some fundamental budgeting and money-saving techniques right away. Do not simply disregard it as something you will do another day. Discipline is required to stick to your budget, but the sooner you adopt a millionaire mindset and start investing in assets rather than liabilities, the better. Most millionaires don't constantly go out and buy Lamborghinis while popping champagne at breakfast. In fact, that's one of the primary factors contributing to their millionaire status. They've allowed their money to grow rather than spending it at every chance. If you want to become wealthy, you should live by the adage, "A fool and his money are soon parted." Start as soon as you can. Time is a valuable resource, particularly when it comes to investing and saving money. Therefore, your chances of becoming a millionaire are higher the earlier you start. In addition to studying and partying, make use of any free time you may have to make money. Finding a part-time job is a smart move, but being more creative can also be beneficial. Check out our guide to easy ways to make money. Alternatively, if you have a product or service to offer, why not launch your own small business? Not only will this generate some extra income, but you'll test your entrepreneurial abilities before you even get your degree. There is no getting around the fact that you will eventually have to pay back your student loans, just not immediately. It's not like other debt, and it won't prevent you from achieving your long-term financial objectives. And you might discover that occasionally, especially when loans come in, you do have a few pounds to spare. Make it a habit to deposit this in the savings account that is the most advantageous from a financial standpoint for you. Easy access is best at this stage. You'll be astonished by how much interest you can accumulate while you're a student. Don't forget to reduce your spending at the same time. Avoid owning a car and think twice before spending a lot of money on things you don't really need. Put money in a tax-free ISA. People will never become millionaires for a variety of reasons, including the simple fact that they lack the necessary knowledge. There are numerous alternatives vying for your attention that are in competition with one another. To make the best decisions, you must exercise sound judgment and thoroughly research your options. The best way to consistently increase your savings in the UK is with tax-free cash ISAs. Why should I get a tax-free cash ISA? Every person over the age of 16 in the UK has a yearly allowance of money they can deposit into an ISA or individual savings account with no federal income tax due. This allowance is limited to £20,000. Your funds are tax-free forever once they are in the account. You miss out on the chance if you don't use up all of your ISA allotment in a given year. In light of this, it would be wise to consider investing any extra funds in an ISA if you have any. In order to get the best deal, shop around. You can switch ISA providers each year if you want. Typically, the highest interest rates fall within a 2% range. So if you invest £20,000 in one of the best ISAs, you'll receive a few £100 in tax-free interest each year. One could argue that since interest earned by basic rate taxpayers is exempt from taxation up to £1,000 per year, there is no reason to open an ISA at this time. Indeed, A basic rate taxpayer would still receive £400 if they invested £20,000 in a 2% savings account as opposed to an ISA paying out the same interest rate. But this advice is for the future, not the here and now. Let's say you receive a sizable pay raise or sell your business. Your tax-free interest allowance is suddenly reduced to £500 or, depending on your earnings, $0 if you are no longer a basic rate taxpayer. You'll be subject to significant taxation on the interest you earn. As a result, we'd say it's a no-brainer to keep your money in an ISA rather than a traditional savings account. Because there are no real drawbacks to doing so and a number of sizable benefits. Start a business of your own. Starting a high-growth, high-return business with an exit strategy in place within 5 years is the fastest way to become wealthy in your 20s. However, there is of course no assurance that you will even make a penny, and the risk can frequently outweigh the other options for creating a steady income. Before you begin, it's critical to have a well-thought-out concept, a sound business plan, and a clear understanding of how you'll support yourself in the event that no money is coming in. Having said all of this, becoming a graduate may always be the best time to start a business. Your duties are light, and even if everything goes wrong, you have a wealth of experience to draw from and use moving forward. Ben Liebes launched Mob Kitchen right out of college and has amassed close to 1 million Instagram followers, making him very popular among students. Get on the property ladder. It's simple to feel like you're losing money each month when renting a property. Of course, renting has a lot of advantages, but it's wise to start considering climbing the property ladder once you're a little more financially secure and you know where you want to live permanently. When you could be making monthly payments towards your own home, why continue stuffing a landlord's pockets with your hard-earned money? After you graduate, you might be content to spend a few years living with your parents and saving money. You should also look into the lifetime ISA. But once you have enough money saved up for a down payment, it's time to start looking for a home. What advantages do property purchases offer? Once you've purchased your first home or apartment, you'll likely be paying much less each month for your mortgage than you ever were for rent. And at the end of it, you actually have a home of your own. Property values have a strong upward trend historically, so you are genuinely investing in your future. The next step to financial independence is to think about making a buy-to-let investment if your financial situation is sound. You're on the fast track to becoming fairly wealthy as long as you can put down the initial deposit and find a good mortgage deal that costs less than the rental income. Once more, you'll probably gain from an increase in real estate prices overall. This means that by selling at the market's peak and buying at the low, you can profit greatly. Naturally, there is the issue of gathering a deposit, which is much easier said than done. But the budgeting abilities you developed while in school will assist you in creating a strategy to accumulate the required sum. So this is all for today. I hope you liked the video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want more of such valuable advice, do subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss any updates from us.